Hello, everybody.
Hello, my friends. Welcome into our Wine Unwind. It is a Friday evening. We're here. We're actually breaking the rules a little bit. We don't have the wine tonight. I got a cider. Adam's got a White Claw.
Yeah.
But we're getting our sips in to commemorate the end of the week.
Yes.
Not a whole lot of Blue Jays though this week, dude.
No, only the 2 games.
What do you mean? We didn't play any games.
I see that Nick has blocked the series in Washington out of his mind.
I don't remember playing any games at all. Like we had we split that series with the Angels.
Yes, a little bit of a down. I didn't like that.
And then we had the one with Seattle, and that was a bit rough for sure. But then I can't I don't understand what's really going on right now.
Well,
it's weird.
For those who remember, this might be a shock to you, Nick. We actually got swept by the Nationals.
No, that doesn't make any sense, dude. Because they were 1-9 in their last 10.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know it doesn't make any sense, dude. But no, it happened. They scored 12 runs on us the other day. They scored 12.
You know, they actually scored 20 runs in 18 innings of baseball.
Yeah. Yeah.
20 runs in 18 innings of fucking baseball.
Yeah.
That's what a team that has Juan Soto and who on it.
And who? 9
did that.
9 came from the starters. 11 came from the bullpen.
That is so ridiculous, guys.
Yeah.
That is obviously why we're blocking that shit. We cannot be having games, series, times like this, especially after that beautiful homestand where everyone and their dog is happy and you're telling your family, you're calling up grandma and your sister and you're saying, hey, this is awesome. I really want postseason tickets for my birthday or for Christmas this year. They're going to make it. Okay, I'll take my Christmas present early.
Get a little early.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The Blue Jays are going to make postseason because they're so hot right now. And then they come out and they do this bullshit. Yeah. And I will answer the question very quickly in the thing because Fangraphs, after this goddamn awful week, this series loss, our playoff odds are 17%, my friends.
17%. It is dropped. At one point, I believe we were at 40. We were getting up to 40
at our
homestand.
At our height of heights, we were actually higher than that. At our height of heights, and this wasn't that long ago. This was
This was a couple of weeks ago.
Literally, less than that, dude. 10 days
10
ago.
10 days ago, Jesus.
It was 10 days ago, and I believe that we were at about 46%. Wow. I remember it. I remember it specifically because I am that person who was on the phone. I was on the phone with my dad, and I was literally telling him, it could go either way.
Yeah,
it could go either way.
We could flip a coin, and we'll find out if we'll make postseason or not. But we are now down to 17%, and the Yankees are at 81. 81.5%. They're past the Red Sox. They're number 1 in the wild card right now. It is absolutely mayhem.
That is abhorrent.
So I want to just shout out you guys. I want to get into what you guys think as well, because I asked you guys on a poll the other day what you think our odds are, and it's actually pretty close. It's pretty close to 17%.
Oh, whoa.
What?
What the fuck is Brad Hand doing in the chat right now? What the hell are you doing here, bro?
Go train. Go warm up for the game. You know what? I don't even want to see you in the game.
Yeah.
You know what? Screw it. Go home.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what you're doing watching this right now, but this time should be spent practicing baseball. Okay?
For real. All right.
Brad Hand is a negative factor. Secret agent, dude.
Yeah.
Comes in against the Nationals.
Yeah,
seriously.
absolutely.
I feel like he's getting paid off.
That's why I put him in the thumbnail. This guy has been the target in Blue Jays community of the one to blame. Him and Dolis. Dolis now gone with the team. DFA'd. That's news. We haven't talked about that yet on this channel, but he's gone.
I hate Brad Hand. Dolis, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I was always in his corner. I wanted the best, dude. But it's god damn it, you just could never freaking figure it out.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It is what it freaking is. Although I'll be honest, I don't think it's just Dolis. Dolis gets a bad rap right now, but Brad Hand's been worse than Dolis.
Brad Hand's been bad.
He's been very bad. Have some other guys who are also crap on a cracker. Pretty much I would say 7 of our bullpen guys probably deserve to be DFA'd or sent to AAA.
Everybody but Romano.
Pretty much, and Simber's bad outings as of late can be at least forgiven. You know, we can at least forgive those.
Yeah. Let me just read you off some Blue Jays bullpen numbers month by month. In April, we had a 2.52 ERA. Nice. May, though, bad month in May, 4.54. We'll figure it out, though. We'll figure it out. We'll get back. We had such a good month.
Right.
No. In June, 4.47, the exact same, basically. In July, 4.70. All right, time to make some moves. We go get Sember. We go get Richards. We go get Brad Hand. We have our worst month in August at 5.14 ERA.
That's the
in
bullpen.
August, and that's the bullpen.
That is bad news, my friends. That is a rough one. So
That's bad.
Yeah, Toronto Blue Jays bullpen not looking good, and 17% on the odd scale. I mean, I guess that's kind of roughly where I'd have it at.
I would have it too, because here's the thing, guys. Like, I want to have hope. A lot of you guys saying, "Oh, once we get back George Springer, we'll be fine again." Guys, we had the number one offense in baseball without George Springer. We had him without. Right, I'm for real. We don't necessarily need a George Springer to win ball games. Our offense is doing everything in their power to try and win ball games. But when you hand it over to a 5-14 bullpen in the month of August, like we were saying before the show, you flip a coin. And, like, that's a better odds for you saving runs than with our bullpen.
Yeah. It's actually more likely that we're going to have an inning where we give up a run with a 5.14 ERA than not.
Yeah.
So that is bad. And I was also looking at what we have to do, basically. And I was thinking, okay, like, maybe a magic number here is, like, 92 wins. That will maybe get us into that second wild card. To do that, I think we need to go 29-14 over our last remaining games. And we also have to have the Oakland Athletics go probably a little bit below 500 to make that happen. And then also assuming that the Boston Red Sox, they have to go below 500 as well.
Yep, because the Yankees are not quitting. The other day, it was a few days ago, they were 23-8 since July 17th. So we basically have to be doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's pretty freaking tough, especially if we can't save Brad Hand, and if you're still in the chat, save us some games, man. Come on. We traded you. Riley Adams is doing really well. I think he's hitting over 300 since being traded to Washington Nationals.
Well, that's kind of shit.
Yep. So I want to finish off by saying what you guys thought. I asked you guys on a poll the other day of what you guys thought.
What do the people think, dude?
So I gave them 4 options, all right? One is winning the division. 3% of people thought we would win the division. And
about the percent chance we probably have.
I mean, that's
like that.
that's about right. I mean, the Fangraphs has us what here, 1.5.
Okay, so we're optimistic.
A little bit of optimism there.
Yes.
This is out of 541 people, by the way, just put in perspective.
Hey,
so a decent amount.
A lot of you guys.
Yeah. Winning a wild card spot, we had 24%. 24%. So that's
a wild card.
So that's basically like a little bit, counting the, remove the 1.5 from the 17. That's like 15.5 compared to the 24. So again, more optimism.
Yeah, more optimism. Okay.
And then missing playoffs by half a game to 3 games, like just missing 50% of you, and then missing playoffs by more than that, 22%. Where are you in that kind of range?
I think I'm actually in the more than that, 22% of people.
Yeah.
This sucks to say, but it's like right now we're not in that. Close range of like missing it by like a half a game to 3 games. We're actually like 1.5 games out of that range, and like I said, guys, it's like I just don't see this bullpen getting better. And like people are getting tired. Like we need to come back home. Like right now,
we're home.
Yeah,
we're
like
home
right
now.
Like we need to do it right now and just go on a fucking tear.
See, I am gonna land in that 50% range just because like I'm hoping that we end this season strong. It's more just hope than anything. And I'll be honest, I do think that we're just going to miss the playoffs.
And that is going to hurt, man.
And it's going to hurt a lot. I'm changing my perspective from, yes, go postseason. I don't want to hurt myself anymore because it's just bad. You can't keep hurting yourself, guys. So, you know what I mean? Like
I've hurt myself too many times.
You got to stop doing it. Let's focus on the development.
Yeah.
Let's see if Vlad can turn it around.
Let's develop.
Let's see if Alec Manoah can finish the year strong. And same with Ramon. unknown. Let's see what Kevin Smith and Otto Lopez have to offer.
Good
Let's
things.
go. Let's focus on next year. And I asked you guys on our Instagram about a lot of questions regarding the end of the season, and the following year. So we got a lot of questions to go through that we might pick out.
We have a lot of questions, and I think I'm going to dive into the box right now. But my friends, hello to everyone. Hello, Sean, Dulkermis, Samuel, Cheyenne, Brad, Han. What is up, everyone? Sean Proud. I also saw a comment from the very own Vladimir Guerrero Jr. a little bit higher up. So hello to everybody who's in the chat right now. If you have a question, then hit us with it. We will answer it. I'm going to dive into this box right now. We got a bunch of questions. Some of them for you, some of them from us.
Capitalize your questions in the chat so we can see it. See it.
Let's do it. All right, first question from the box. This one looks like it's from me. This one, I guess it's kind of fitting. Might need to go back in. Do we have pitching yet? Please, for the love of God, tell me we have some freaking pitching.
I think I wrote one. You influenced me. I didn't know where it came from. But I wrote one in there too. So there's two of those in there.
Something about that. Yeah, I mean the answer is no. I think. Because
we thought we got pitching.
Right.
We thought we did. I would have 2 weeks ago. I would have said, yeah, we did it.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, starters are so nice.
The starters are really nice.
They are.
We need the other kind of pitching, the bullpen.
Yeah,
we don't have that.
We have some pitching, not the right kind of pitching right now.
So that it deserves to go back in.
Back in, dude. Hop right in. That was a quick one.
Yeah. What's up, Patrick Guerra? Brad Hanel says, let's answer Brad Hand's question, because Brad Hand is so important.
Yeah. Well, he wants to know, what relief pitcher are you least confident in?
You. I'm you.
Yeah, it would be you, Brad Hand.
It'd be you, my dude.
Dulkermis comes up with a really nice number 2 here.
Oh, very
Trent
good.
Thornton is also.
I agree.
I have zero confidence in him as well. But you know what? I realized the other day, Brad Hand, he has had several outings with us. I think verging on about 5 outings with us. And I think there's only one where he hasn't given up a run.
Wow.
So it is actually 80% likelihood that this guy will give up runs.
Brad Hand, you don't need to cry. You just got to do better, dude.
In fact, actually, no. I take it back. I'm the most confident in Brad Hand in his ability to fuck the game up. I'm so confident in it, man. Forever you know what? Let's just totally blow this one. Then I can trust you, Brad Hand. You can do it. You're my guy.
Oh my God. You know what makes me upset too the other day? Quick little just thought that I had. The Tuesday game, when we came back and we were down by 2 runs, 8-6, we were coming back, and then bases loaded jam. Dolis already warming up, but Montoya didn't give another option for a guy putting the game. Dolis comes in, the guy who's on the bottom of the totem pole of cutting from the Major League Ball Club. We put him in to save the game. Romano's pitched twice in 9 games. Where is Romano?
Well, the thing is, though, dude, okay, in a situation like that I go, I get it. I know people were pissed at Montoya for that one, and that's definitely a wacky thing, but it is unheard of in the major league level to pitch your own, your closer in a game that you're down
by. But Montoya's also said, I don't have closers. Even though he clearly decided that's true. Based on situation. Thing is, it's Montoya, the bullpen sucks. You need to change something. When the lineup sucks, what do? You mix it up, right?
Right.
The bullpen, you got to start mixing up. You got to start mixing up the roles.
Yeah, you know what? I think that, that could be a Montoya. I also think, too, that is a baseball thing in general. There is that mentality where it's you just don't pitch your closing pitcher in a situation where you're down. But I think that mentality should shift.
It should shift because he hasn't pitched in a while, especially with an off day. It's okay, come on. You have another off day after. So even if you do need to pitch him tomorrow, you have another. It's you can pitch him now. Pitch your best dude when you need to win, and we need to win win ball games, excuse me.
Question, opinion on Kevin Biggio, says Baseball King. My opinion on Kevin Biggio previously was this guy needs some time off from baseball. He is not looking like himself. He has lost at the plate. He's lost defensively. Now he's had some time off from baseball. I know it's injured time, but who knows? Maybe it's better now. I don't know.
Yeah, my opinion is we'll see you in spring training. I don't want to see him back on the team Maybe in September when we're losing.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
get
mean,
some
that's the
reps,
thing,
but,
right? Like, honestly, if we're not
losing
going to make
now.
playoffs, like, you might as well give Biggio some meaningless at-bats. or
Yeah,
something,
no,
right?
I agree.
Maybe. I don't know.
My opinion is he has another year to hopefully get back to form. I mean, I'm okay with writing off this year. He's still decently young. He's like,
Decently young.
26?
26,
You
yeah.
know, so it's like young on
Time.
his contract, major league experience.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
okay, he's got some time left.
Still got some time.
know?
Sean Pratt
let's get a
says,
serious
serious question. All right.
All right. Serious.
Gotta get my serious face on right now. If I told you we would be 4.5 games out of the wild card before the season, how would you feel about that? So 4.5 games out of the wild card right now before the season.
At this point, yeah.
Honestly, I'd be slightly disappointed. Actually, I would be slightly disappointed.
For me, I'm gonna go. I'm okay with it. I'll take it because I always think back to what was our timeline, right? In the grand scheme of the rebuild, right? We weren't supposed. We're if we're happy if we're like in the mix. We're happy if we're in the mix at this point. Next year, we better be like there in the wild card. Like next year, my expectations are you're in the second wild card now. You should be in that second wild card.
Yeah, see, my expectations preseason, and I think I said it, was we made playoffs last year. We got better in the offseason. I would like to make playoffs again this year with that second wild card. Whatever happens after that happens. I mean, you've made playoffs. So I wanted that second wild card this year, so I would be slightly disappointed, which is kind of what I'm feeling right now. Which is what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
If we don't make fucking playoffs next year,
I'm gonna be majorly disappointed.
Then it's like we gotta really question like what is this team? What are we gonna do? Charlie, you're immediately
Charlie's gone. That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Because what's the issue? It's not the offense. The starting pitching's fine. If we fix our bullpen and they're actually like performing, but we're somehow I hit my thing.
Right.
We're still losing. Go.
Well,
Time to go,
but the thing is, if we lose next year, like if we don't make playoffs next year, then it's impossible that the bullpen is sorted.
Right.
Or I guess maybe it's sorted, but then the offense would have to suck. Couldn't all be working.
Yeah,
because then
exactly.
we would make it.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like, let's say we have a top. Oh my god, I keep hitting my freaking pop
Stop
filter.
doing that.
I'm just whack. I'm mad. Even if we had like a top 5 offense still, which I think we will,
Right.
our rotation I think is going to get incredibly better next year. If we get back Robbie Ray, that's the one exception. And then if we can have like an average, like top 15, if we can get like 15 bullpen, and we're somehow still losing, I don't know.
Well, at that point, yeah, like you have to fire Charlie Montoya.
Montoya's gotta go.
It has to happen.
Yeah.
Like it just, I get it. It's like I don't understand either, dude. Like you just happen to be the recipient of
Yeah,
this.
like-
And, I'm sorry. Like it looks like you put together a good team, but clearly something's
But
wrong.
the thing is,
and-
like, he's not putting together the team. It's Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro. It's like he's just there, like, filling out lineup cards and talking to them.
I guess so. Yeah. Whatever. Obviously, somebody would have to get fired, and it couldn't be Vlad.
It couldn't be. It couldn't.
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
It'd have to be Montoya at that point. Right?
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna whip out another question.
Also, I see one from Joshua. We'll answer that right after this, big guy.
Cool. This one comes from Dylan Prue.
Dylan
Shout out
Prue,
Dylan Prue. You guys
saying, big dude.
You're gonna guys see him on the channel a little bit coming soon.
Yes.
What needs to happen for the Jays to make playoffs? Okay, there we go.
We've already said it. It's bullpen.
Bullpen would have to significantly come back and be elite again. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And
George Springer doesn't need to come back.
No. We don't need George Springer to come back. There's multiple avenues, right? Like we could have the offense put up 10 runs a game. That would probably do it. We also could have the Yankees, Oakland Athletics, Boston Red Sox all implode. That could do it too. Like but they would all have to win like 10 games from here on to the end of the season. Like fucking implode.
Yeah.
Like destroy themselves from the inside. But like the most likely situation is we have a better bullpen.
Yeah, the bullpen's just shut down. We have a shut down bullpen.
Shut it down, boys.
Del Kermis goes miracle. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. That too. Joshua says, questions. You guys like expanded playoffs next year? You know what? I do and I don't. My thinking on that is that playoffs should be an elite club. And I think that after 162 games of hard-fought baseball, I believe that the best teams should make it. You've earned it. You've put in all that hard work. And I don't like it when playoffs, it's like, you get these other leagues, you get these playoffs where it's like half the league makes it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what
Anyone
the fuck
can
was
win.
the point of playing 162 games then?
Exactly. You're a mediocre team. And we play 162 games.
Uh-huh.
If playoffs were to expand, I don't want them to expand like they did in the shortened season. Because then it's like a mediocre team could easily win one game. Washington Nationals swept us.
And I just think too, it's like, why did we play all those games then?
Why did we play all those games?
You know, it's like, what is the point? If all I have to do is be average, you know, it's like, then what is actually the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas, like, I think, so I like the fact of having playoffs be an elite club, but at the same point, like, is it fun to have playoffs? Like, absolutely. Like, you know, what do I want us to make playoffs? Absolutely. But I think I'd still say no.
I did see there was this other option where someone threw it out there where they wanted to do a 12-team playoff, and they would do a quick round of like the bottom, I think it was like bottom 8, and they do like quick playoffs there to face the Elite Four in like the division. What they would do is they would make 2 divisions in each league, and they take the winners of each division, they're the Elite Four, and then the rest are wild card or whatever, like bottom, I guess it'd be bottom 4. Or
I think they'd have, if you're doing 12, they'd probably have to take the top 6 now.
Right, top 6, and then the winners of each division go, and then of the pool of each league, like the next 4, the best 4, go and play like a minor like.
But there's 6 divisions.
There's 2 in this scenario. 2 divisions in each league.
Oh,
so 4
we've
divisions.
changed the whole league.
They've changed the whole league.
Fuck.
That's what someone was throwing out there. If they were commissioner, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this is from like the Athletic or some
Jesus.
shit. Yeah, so it'd be a whole thing. But the reason why is just to include that next tier, because I do feel like there is a strong tier that just missed playoffs. Like, you know, the Red Sox might miss it. You know, us. You could whip us into that, like we should somewhat, but we'd be the bottom of the tier. You know what I mean?
Middling tier.
Of the middling tier, right? So I don't know if they were to expand, I would want them to play like 7-game series to make it a little bit more like show your skill in 7 games.
I understand. Yeah,
You know?
that's interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah.
Sean Pratt asks the follow-up question saying, but if the bullpen is the problem, should we hire a new bullpen coach, or maybe Walker isn't getting it done? Just putting it out there. I think that those are very fair concerns, because we've seen what Walker can do to a starting pitcher, but it feels like those skills as of right now are not transferable at all to a bullpen arm. So, yeah, maybe looking at getting a better bullpen coach, or just, like, really having somebody, like, your fucking job, like, you get this guy,
Yeah,
you know?
figure him out,
like,
you know?
Like, I want this guy to throw strikes for 1 inning, like, do it, you know? And putting so much focus into that, I think that would be really important. And then I'm not sure the makeup of our team. I don't know if Walker deals with those guys, or who deals with those.
I don't know, because I'll be honest, like I think Walker spends most of his. This is just pure out of my butthole right now. He spends a lot of time with the starting pitchers.
Certainly feels that way.
Yeah, because Ray, Manoa, I've seen him, Barrios, like he spends a lot of time with those guys. So, yeah, I don't know.
I would agree, though. If we're going to
fire
fire anyone this offseason, my number one is whomsoever is training.
Who's in charge?
Yeah, like, who are those guys? Yeah, because the thing is, Montoya's calling to someone. Walker's calling to someone.
It's the bullpen coach.
It's
the bullpen coach. Yeah,
like that guy. That guy's all messed
it's
up.
like, so are you sure Dolis is looking good? Yeah, looks good to me.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing,
Dolis
right?
like, I can't throw strikes. Like, don't worry.
It's all good. It's all
We're
good.
going in. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah.
No.
And the best part about it is if you mess up, Charlie will take the fall.
He's like, yeah. Hey, he owns like 30 Twitter accounts. He's like, Charlie, it's all Charlie.
It's like, meanwhile, like, Charlie's on the phone. He's like, okay, so you're telling me 100%.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm really think we should put Romano in here.
Like,
no way, man. Like,
I'm telling
no one
you.
would do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure?
I'll trust you on this one.
It's like, is Romano good to go? Romano's like, I'm ready, coach.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he goes back, I don't know, he looks kind of hurt to me. This guy has it out for Montoya.
Yeah. Like, this guy is like burning us from the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Fuck that guy. Make him lose his job already.
Oh, is it your go? I think it's your go.
Whatever. Yeah. Hey everyone. Hey Keisha. How's it going?
Hey everybody.
Hey everyone who's stopping in. Jack McNeil. Hello.
This Bullpen coach, bro. Look him up.
Guy's like addicted to sports betting.
Yeah.
He's betting against the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Because if when we're winning.
yeah. Then he bets on the other team.
Yeah, he bets on the other team.
Wow, dude. If we started doing that at the beginning of the season, we would have so much money right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy crap.
Okay, this one's kind of interesting. I wrote this one. I think I wrote it like last week or a week and a half ago. And I ask, who's better? And I want you guys to answer this as well. In your opinion, who's better, the Houston Astros or the Chicago White Sox?
That is it.
It's close,
It's
right?
close.
It's close.
They both have great. They have great bullpens, lineups, and rotations. I would give a little bit of an edge to the White Sox,
right?
Because I think their bullpen is messed up good, and their rotation's pretty messed up good too. I think Houston has a better lineup, like a little bit better lineup.
Yeah, they do. They do.
But the pitching on the White Sox is so good, so I'm gonna give it to the White Sox.
That's fair, man. I feel like Houston's pitching staff, it's like, I will argue that it's really good, and I do think it's a bit underrated because,
Agreed.
They don't have like maybe the big names of like a Lance Lynn or something like that. Like, yes, they have a Greinke, but they have a bunch of guys who are like young and just like getting the job done, who I think we're probably not talking enough about. Like, the offense is kind of getting all of the media coverage right now, and I think part of that is because everyone remembers Altuve and Correa from the cheating scandal, and like we're always looking at what they're doing. But Houston actually has some fucking nice young pitchers in there that are doing good.
McCullers, Louis Garcia, really good,
absolutely.
really good pitcher.
I probably too would give a very slight edge to the White Sox, but I would not be shocked if we see those guys match up in a postseason
that's gonna be a good
thing,
matchup.
and I wouldn't be shocked if the Astros walk away with that one. You know?
Yeah. Like, I could see like the Rays. Like, who's got the best record right now? Is it in the American League? Is it the Rays? Yeah, it's the Rays.
Oh yeah.
So I could see the Rays like winning the overall, and they face wild cards. So then it would literally be Houston versus Chicago in that first series.
If
Rays end up with the best record, it'd be Houston versus Chicago in the LDS.
Right.
That'd be a huge series.
That would be a massive one. Yeah, we definitely have to go live for
definitely
for that
gotta
one
see that. I would love to see that series.
Yeah. I think if we do end up losing, guys, like if we end up losing, like Blue Jays don't make postseason, we've already predetermined that our AL team that we're gonna support, it's gonna be the Chicago White Sox, and our NL team where we're gonna be going for those Brew Crew.
The Brew Crew, man, love it.
That's gonna be our bandwagon, guys. So if you want to hop on that with us, the problem is in the AL, I'm not gonna support the Yankees.
No,
I can't support the Rays because I hate them. I can't support the Astros because they cheated.
Yeah.
So it's got to be the fucking White Sox, and I like them anyway.
I like them. I like how they came up. I like their rebuild.
Yeah, and I like the Brew Crew because they're super underrated.
No
one's talking about them nearly enough. That pitching's super good, and Rowdy Telez is
Rowdy
on there.
Telez,
and we can get rowdy.
We can get rowdy. We can get rowdy.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Also, I just want to answer George Hunt's question. Does anyone have the info I missed about the playoff expanding? Basically, we don't want it. We don't want it.
Yeah, we're saying that we. Yeah, no.
Also,
no.
Also, ask another question, guys. All capitals. We'll answer your question in the chat. So let us know. Also, I saw someone earlier saying that they're like, Bushman is the bullpen coach, dude, and I'm like, well, we okay, cool.
Is that who that is?
I'm down for that. Let's investigate.
Yeah. Like, let's look into this guy right now.
Also, I think Brad Hand said that he did confirm that the bullpen coach is suspicious. So,
okay.
All right.
Interesting.
We got some inside information.
Thank you, Brad Hand, for letting us know.
Oh, this one's sad. All right. Vladdy or Ohtani for MVP by Brock B _0918.
That one must have gone in there a little while ago because
it's pretty clear now.
It's very clear now, guys. Ohtani is taking this one. The one thing that Vlad had was the OPS.
Triple Crown potential.
Yeah, but he has the Triple Crown is way out the window, and he has also lost out on the OPS. He's now third, and he's behind Tatis and Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah,
so it's
Ohtani's a better hitter and obviously a better pitcher. So
that's the thing. Yeah, like it's just like you're actually better at both things.
Yeah, it's like Vladdy had to be so much better at the one
at hitting.
that he deserved it. But nope.
Yeah. No,
Nope,
sadly,
nope, nope.
the slump of Vlad has kind of taken him out of this
We
race.
could see a couple MVPs from Ohtani in the next few years.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually, you know, and we were talking about it earlier, right? It's like, even if, okay, like what? Let's say he's got a 900 OPS, or even like an 850 OPS, and like a 3.3 ERA over, you know, like 150 innings or something. I mean, I'd still consider him MVP for that.
Yeah.
Like, unless you have a guy like
if he's one of the
craziness.
If he's one of the best in one of those categories, in pitching or hitting, and then he's just like a little bit above average in the other, boom, you're MVP.
Yeah,
MVP.
yeah. I mean, because you just have such a. I don't want to say you have an advantage. Like, you're doing it.
Yeah, like you have an advantage as a team if you have him.
Yeah. But I mean, like, he's just putting in double the work.
Because think about this. He takes up one roster spot, and you're getting 2 players.
2 players.
So you get to. It's like you carry an extra player on your team.
And he's elite too.
Yeah,
he's elite
really good.
too. It's just so totally messed up, dude. It's so totally messed up. 26 years old right now. I have gained, not only because the videos that we post on him do really well,
Yeah.
but just I've actually gained so much respect for this guy.
Yeah.
For the amount of actual effort
Yeah.
he has to put in. It's craziness.
Yeah, I agree. You go for
right
it.
now.
Ask the questions, everybody. Capital letters. We need your questions. It is our question and answer.
Yes.
One on one.
Oh, Dol Kermis has one.
Oh, that's
I'll
perfect.
open this
Perfect.
up after them. Question. Manoah is on the bereavement list. Did he get the news of a death in his family right before his last start? That could explain how last start was unusual for him. Now, that is something that I don't know. We were speculating on something similar like the other night, but we really don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be
possibly.
shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case, but I also wouldn't be shocked either if, you know, he just had a bad start. Like, the kid was due for a bad start, honestly.
Yeah. And like it would make sense. I mean, like, knowing Manoah's character, it's like, even if something bad was happening, he's like, I'm starting tomorrow, and like or today, and like I just got to start.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as I finish, like I go, because the bereavement list I think is like somewhere like 3 to 4 days or 3 to 5 days. So it's like he won't miss his next start. So.
No. Yeah. So I wouldn't be shocked, Dol Kermis, but I mean,
Who knows?
we are not privy to that information, sadly.
Yeah.
Okie doke. This one comes in from crickmore.connor. Okay, so now we're just going down the rabbit hole here, guys. We're going down the rabbit hole.
Okay.
If we make postseason,
All right.
how far would we go?
Let's picture we're going to be I think we would be in the wild card. I think I said this before too, that we'd be in the wild card with the Yankees.
Well, going through what would actually need to happen for us to make Bullpen is
postseason.
Yeah.
Oh, we're thinking about bullpen.
yeah,
we need the bullpen.
But that's the thing, right? So if we were to make postseason, we'd have to go probably like 29-14 over our next stretch. So that would require the offense to be really elite, the starting pitchers to remain at their level, and the bullpen to figure it out to a point of like minimum 3 ERA.
Yeah, like I think someone's mentioned here, they don't have to be elite. They just have to be not bad.
Yeah.
You know? That's it. Just be average.
Frankly, I think we'd actually go pretty damn far because we'd have so much goddamn momentum at that point.
True.
And like, if we were actually to make postseason at this point, then we've all figured it out at the very last second.
Yeah.
Everything is going perfect at the very last second.
Let's play it out then. Let's say we face the Yankees in the wild card. So are you saying we win that?
I think that
Garrett Cole versus the hot.
Like,
that's the thing,
you know, obviously it's like it would be very, very difficult. I just think that if we were to make that level, like we probably play the Yankees some between now and the end of the season, right?
Yeah,
well, we'd have to
that's
beat them
true.
a bunch of times
That's
during the regular
true.
season
so maybe
anyways.
we beat them. Okay.
So
I see what you're saying.
You know, it must have happened already.
All right, we beat them, and now we face the Rays. Which I see a question about the Rays I want to talk about in a second, but...
Oh, never mind. We're not going far.
the Rays will beat us.
Yeah.
We're not going to beat the Rays.
It's impossible to beat the Rays. I don't care how hot we are.
We just can't.
It's impossible.
I just don't know. Which this leads perfectly into this next question from Keisha going, why are the Rays good?
I don't know, man.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Wait.
Performance enhancing drugs, maybe.
Performance enhancing drugs, cheating.
Sure.
I don't know. I really want to look up. What is their like team like stats?
Right. Yeah, like team stats. Tampa Bay. Or
like
something.
what? Like they're not good.
I don't understand why they're so good at baseball. Like what's their team OPS?
Okay, they're 11th. They're 11th in the major. So that's good enough.
Decent.
It's good enough.
Decent.
If you have a good
team
pitching.
OPS,
Team
and then
ERA,
their team
8th.
ERA is 8th. And currently they have like the second or third best record in the majors. Why? Like why?
I don't know. I mean, like that honestly is good enough to get you into the postseason. Like that's a good enough formula to like give you a chance in the wild card, but to have the best record in the AL.
We're talking wild card at that point. You know, it's like I don't like they should not be the freaking first and thing. You know, because like the Yankees, the Athletics, they both have better team ERAs than these guys. And I know actually they don't because they sucked for a long time.
Yeah,
they had a horrible team ERA for a while.
Well,
but
look at the Toronto Blue Jays. Okay, hitting. We're number one. We're number one in baseball in hitting. Mm-hmm. Our pitching, 12. 12.
So that means
that just shows you how much pitching matters.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay Rays are 8th, and they have 11th in batting. Yeah. We have 12th best pitching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we're number one in hitting. So hitting is not as valuable as pitching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need the pitching.
And that's also, too, guys, why later this year, I can tell you right now, that goes into my argument when later we do a video talking about what went wrong, and part of it is going to be just pure on clutch value.
Yeah.
Because when you look at stats like that and you go, wait, everything on paper seems to have made sense here. Why didn't you guys win more games than you did?
Here's something that I just found really interesting. Look at the top teams in pitching. Dodgers, these are all playoff teams. Yeah. Dodgers, Giants, Brewers, White Sox, Astros, Yankees, Athletics, Rays, Padres. Top 9 all in pitching, all in the playoffs.
I do think that
Mets, Marlins, Jays.
I also think that like those top 9 teams, like I consider them to be the best team.
The best of the best. Know? Red Sox 16th. That's why they're getting exposed now.
Yeah, that's why they're
getting exposed now.
That's why they're getting exposed.
And here's the thing. Mets are 10th, but their offense is so bad that it's like it doesn't matter. Where is it here?
They're like 24th.
Oh, the 24th. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So pitching really matters.
Yeah.
It really matters.
Yes, it does. Yes, it freaking does. So that's why, Keisha, the Rays are good because
they have the top 8 pitching staff. That's why.
Exactly. Abu Bakar Siraj, apologies if I butchered that, says, a question, do we re-sign Semien? We'll definitely be doing a full breakdown on that. The second that the offseason hits, like that will definitely be a video. So we'll go into deep depth on that. My opinion of it is I would prefer Robbie Ray if it was one or the other, because he's going to be gone too. I would prefer Robbie Ray if we have just the money lying around 100%, but I'm also okay if Semien's got to go.
Me too. What did we just talk about here, guys? Mm-hmm. Pitching wins you championships.
Yeah.
And I'd rather spend the money for Robbie Ray and then let Semien go. Mm-hmm. Our offense is number 1. Rays have 11th best offense, and they're number 1 in the AL. So it does not matter. Yeah. It's obviously, I love Semien, and it's a bonus to have him, but that's all it is. It's a bonus. We're not winning any ball games because of Marcus Semien or George Springer.
Like, okay, we drop now to like 6th best offense. Like, all right, well, whatever, you know?
I'm okay with dropping to 6th best offense if we can jump our top pitchers into like the top 8.
Exactly.
I'm okay with that.
Like, if we could be top 10 in pitching and, you know, still have a 6th best offense, well, now we should be locked into a wild card.
Yep.
You know, we should be locked into what? Maybe it's not as sexy as scoring like 12 runs a game like we do.
Yeah.
But hopefully we don't lose to fucking Dolis or Brad Hand coming in or, you know, one of these other idiots doing their dumb no strike policy or something.
Yeah.
So, no.
I agree. Brad Hand asked a question. He says, do the Jays re-sign Brad Hand? And smash no.
Dude. I don't know if anyone's going to re-sign Brad Hand at this point.
For real, though, actually.
It's, like, this could be the end of his career, guys.
It could be.
I think that, well, I'll be honest. I think someone will take a shot on him, but it's going to be like
a
this
Tigers.
Yeah,
You know?
and he's not even going to step in there and be like
No.
a top guy, right? He's going to have to prove it in the offseason. He's going to have a great offseason, probably show it in workouts to some team, have like a public workout, be like, look, guys, I had a great offseason. I've rediscovered it now. And then someone will take a shot on him.
Yeah.
But I sure as heck wouldn't want
No.
him with what I've seen in the past little bit.
No, yeah, I think, like someone who is low, like the Tigers, with upside next year, would take a Brad Hand.
Right.
You know, they might take it. Like, who else might? Maybe the Royals. I don't know. Because I actually found this the other day, totally going off sidetrack.
Yeah.
But the Royals GM was told by the owner, saying, like, you have like 4 years to win a championship or you're fired.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Right?
Yes. Yeah,
so
I
that
heard
would,
about that.
that's why they're out buying people. So
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, they might buy him.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I
might
mean?
buy him. That's the thing, right? And like he still would have upside. It's just like we have a sour taste in our mouths right now.
Yeah,
Like,
we
there's
do,
a
we do,
sour
we do.
taste. So I don't want him for sure.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to jump into the box.
I
Get some
gotta
more-
go get another drink real quick.
Sweet.
You need another one?
I'm okay for now. All right. We got a question here from pfelt _ the Jalen Man 17, and they ask, thoughts on Josh Allen's extension? Okay, here's something other than the woes of our bullpen.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, thoughts
Okay.
on Josh Allen's extension?
One
Take a look
second.
at it.
Yeah, so for those of you who are not aware about Josh Allen, we're jumping to a different sport right now. I'm just looking it up right now because I forgot exactly how much money he made.
Wow.
Signed a 4 year. Is that right?
No, that'd be his. Yeah, that can't be
It
right.
was fucking. It was
Yeah,
more
it's
than
more.
that
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. But I thought his average annual value, it was something like 44.
Oh, is it
million
right
or
there,
something.
wasn't it? Sport Rec?
Yeah, dude, like football contracts just confuse me so much though, because it's like this is their salary,
Yeah.
but like that's not what he's actually getting because he's got like
Scroll over. Like two finger. Is that?
no,
Oh
that's
no,
it.
that's not it. Eh?
You know, so it's like that's it.
So like
I don't get
it looks like 47, 28, 30, 39, 38, 40, 41 millions. I mean, whatever it might be, it looks like it's a lot of money.
a lot.
That sounds like about right.
Yeah.
I think it's great for the Bills. This guy brought you into the postseason back-to-back years. You own that division. He's young. Get him. I think it's a great signing.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like 25 years old. Like
Yeah.
obviously you're very happy to have this guy right now. He was dominant last year. I mean, like MVP candidate sort of thing. Like
Yeah.
he should throw like he'll be good for time.
Yeah.
He's got legs still. Like I
Yeah.
could see a couple, one or two more 40 or 40 touchdown years like
Totally.
in this contract length
Totally.
of time. So yeah, no, totally.
I like Josh Allen.
Are you guys Bills fans, by the way? Because I know a lot of Blue Jays fans, like Toronto people,
Are Bills fans. Yeah.
So like, let me know what team you
Yeah.
guys follow now that NFL is ramping up.
Coming up. What we got here? Brad Hand has another question. What bullpen arm would you like to get in the offseason?
Josh Hader.
We make a
It will
trade.
always be that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who's available actually.
I was looking the other day. I did see Kenley Jansen. He's a free agent next year.
Well, some of them are Dodgers fans have
Yeah.
warned us about Kenley Jansen.
It's like it can't be that bad.
I really don't understand it,
Yeah, like-
I think maybe they're just used to like absolute
Elite.
perfection all of the time. And like when you're coming from a Blue Jays standpoint, like a 2.98
Oh my God.
ERA
It's pretty good.
and 25 saves,
Ah!
like I will accept that. You
Yeah,
know what I mean, like
this guy's
I
having his
will
best.
accept that.
This guy's having his best year
In
since
several years,
2017.
in several years, yeah. No, I mean this is like I don't really understand it. Like I'd obviously be very happy to have him. Like he'd be 34, but like get him on like a 1 year, a 2 year,
1 or
something
2
like
year,
that.
yeah.
Like 100%. Give me some shares of Kenley Jansen. I will gladly take that. Upgrade over a lot of guys that we have.
See, Keisha says, "Yeah, don't get Jansen."
But
well, you're also
why?
a Yankee fan, Keisha, so
But-
maybe.
but
like,
why?
why though?
I don't get it. Like
He's better than most of our bullpen
Like,
arms.
yes, he's got 4 losses. I see that. So he's blown at least 4 games.
Yeah.
But at the same point, overall, he's saved 25 games.
That's more than most guys in our bullpen.
I don't even think that we have a guy who's hit like 15 or maybe even 12 saves this year.
For real. Yeah, how many saves does frickin' Romano have?
Because Romano's our leader. Like, he might not even have hit 10, guys. He might not have even hit 10. Like,
where is it here? He's got 10.
10.
Literally
10 on the dot. That's our leader in saves.
Actually, you know what I wanted to bring up too? Because I thought this was like really shocking to me. Like the amount of innings that Jordan Romano's pitched this year. He's only pitched 42 and a third,
right?
Which actually isn't that much for one of your best relievers. Now, I want to look up Rafael Dolis. Granted, he's been hurt,
right?
I wanted to see who's pitched more innings. 32. Okay, 32. So he's pitched a decent amount. Okay, right. Not bad. Yeah. I was kind of shocked. Like he hasn't pitched as much as I thought he has pitched. You know what I mean?
Romano, you mean?
Yeah, 42. Like go back to Kenley Jansen.
Yeah.
Who has pitched? Oh, he's pitched 48.
48.1.
Okay,
you know,
fair enough.
Not bad.
Not bad. But some guys at this point are at like 50, 55, like the trustworthy guys.
Yeah, I think those are the like the top end like hold guys, I find.
Right.
Because I actually find like some of those middle dudes,
they get a
like,
lot.
Like your Blake Trinans if you're a Dodgers fan, or like those, I guess if you're a Yankees fan, or I guess no, he's on Boston now, like Adam Ottavino. We were talking about him yesterday, but I mean those guys who come in like the 7th or the 8th, like I find pitch more. And when we were looking at the Giants the other day, they had a crap load of guys,
right? Yeah,
who were just in that range, who were just like solidly, we're doing it, we're coming in whatever situation.
Yeah.
Whereas Romano, like we said, you know, he only ever comes in when we're up
by 3,
by 1 to 3 runs.
Yeah, and like that's such a. With our offense being as good as it is, there's not going to be many situations where we're winning by like 1 to 3 runs. We're usually blowing them out. You know, there's not many tight games. So that's why I think the idea of a closer for us should be expanded. It should be more like, let's pitch Romano when we need to win.
Yeah.
We need to shut down this inning because this inning could be the game for us. Put him in. Yeah. And if he blows it, then he blows it.
I agree, dude. I agree. I think the whole like roles thing about like who's your closer, who's your 8th guy, you know, it's like we got to like just disband that together. Like if you just had, you know, a bullpen of like 9 guys who are all good. Yeah. Who like I could almost trust every single one of them to go in a critical moment. Then it doesn't matter who pitches when.
It's also pretty tough to get a bullpen of that caliber.
Obviously, but I mean, that's like when we look at the teams who are winning right now, they have that.
Yeah.
Dodgers have that. Giants have that.
The Giants have
Yankees have a great bullpen this year, you know? So it's like they have that shit, right? So it's that's part of making the World Series team, I think.
Yeah, I feel you. Should we grab another question from the box?
Yeah, do it, dude.
Yeah.
Hop into the box.
All right. We got one from Seabass MC10. Oh my God, this is more bullpen. They ask, what the F is Brad Hand doing with the Blue Jays?
Actually, well, this isn't the question for us. Brad Hand, what the F are you doing with the Blue Jays?
What are you doing here, man?
I'm just going to dive straight back in, and we're going to let you answer that one for the people.
Yeah, go ahead, Brad Hand. Go ahead.
Tell us, what are you doing?
Sean Pratt's got a question here. He goes, signing Semien and Ray, or sign 5 solid bullpen arms. Ooh, that's a toughie.
I answered it just right there. Sign 5 solid bullpen arms. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, that would just be so beneficial.
We'd lock down games now.
We'd lock down games. Multiple games.
Because here's the scenario, too. Like, yeah, we're missing that 1 out of 5 start from Ray that gives us a chance. But we've seen that our offense has the capability to come back in games. And if our bullpen just locks it down, even if we have a guy who gave up 4 or 5 runs, our offense can come back and win. They almost did it the other night against Washington.
And think about this, dude. If, let's say that Ray, on average, gives us, 5 innings every 5 games. Okay, let's just say on average he gives us 5 innings every 5 games. Still, that's pretty good. That's a starter right there. 5 bullpen arms. How many innings do you think they give you in 5 games of baseball time? Like a decent amount of goddamn more than 5. That's for damn sure.
Especially if they're good. 5 of them, yeah.
Yeah, like 5 solid guys. In 5 games of baseball, they could give you like 15 innings of
that's
baseball
true. That's
in
true.
that time.
And if they're good, then it's and because usually good bullpen guys are expected to have better ERAs than a starter.
Yes.
It's like they'll be better innings. They'll be better quality innings.
Exactly.
All right, I'm on that. I'm on that.
Give me the
on
bullpen.
that.
Give me the bullpen. Yeah. Finton _1122. What do you predict the next trade will be for the Jays? Everyone's on the off-season.
Yeah, everyone's thinking about that now.
Right now. Grichuk. This is what I would do.
He's involved. Yeah,
I would get Grichuk gone, and I would get one solid bullpen arm if we could. You know, like give me one guy who we can slot in there.
I think the next trade should be involving people we don't need that aren't going to help us right now, for someone like a bullpen arm that will help us. I don't know who it's going to be. Grichuk, maybe. I mean, I feel like no one wants him, though. You know, no one wants Grichuk.
I mean, the value on Grichuk is not very high. Like, no. It's just like there's no hype around Grichuk. You know what you're gonna get.
He's $10 million.
Yeah, that is the thing, right? Like, we're not gonna get like a 2 ERA relief pitcher from Grichuk because with upside. Yeah, it would be like Grichuk in relief pitcher format, but I'd actually be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was like a 3.8.
Yeah, but I think that
would be better.
That would be like what Grichuk is in relief format. Yeah, and I'm okay with that. You know, because now that guy can hopefully be whatever Dolis was to us this year.
Yeah, and the thing is too, we have young guys coming up soon. We have some young guys coming up soon, so it's not like we're losing a half decent bench bat, because that's all Grichuk is. He's a half decent bench guy. Yeah. So it's like we're going to, at worst, these young guys, we'll find one of them to be a half-decent bench guy. Espinal came out of nowhere, right? So trade him for a guy who actually will pitch us innings. Yeah. Move the asset. That's why I was okay with Austin Martin. Obviously, it's a big loss, but move the asset over. Move it over.
Take it somewhere else.
Take it somewhere else.
Take it somewhere else where it needs to go. Guys, we're going to be live for another 8 minutes, so hit us with some... any of your last questions. They can be about anything. Doesn't need to be just Jays. Like
anything.
Talking anything here. Any other teams that you want to chat about. Our personal lives.
Anything.
Football's coming up. I need to vent about that to some avenue. So if you guys want to talk about that.
This is the perfect stream.
Exactly. Hit me with it. Which MLB player would you want competing in a... Oh, yeah, I wrote this one.
Okay.
Which MLB player would you want competing in a hot dog eating competition for you if your life was on the line?
I would have... Blue Jay or...
Any MLB player.
Any MLB?
You can choose anyone in the MLB, and they can compete. But your life is on the line, bro, so you better, this guy better eat. You know, he better eat.
I'm between a couple people. The guy on the Twins... Astrudis. I can't say his name.
It's the big boy, though.
He's big, though.
It's the big boy.
But I also Rowdy Tellez. I feel like he could be aggressive.
Rowdy Tellez could definitely eat a crap.
You know what, Rowdy. Rowdy would never want to lose.
Okay.
He would never want to lose.
No, he wouldn't want to lose. You're right. He wouldn't.
Yeah, Del Kermis, Rowdy Tellez.
Yeah, no, Rowdy Tellez is a good selection. I think I was thinking about Rowdy Tellez when I made this. But I also think somebody who could just eat. And I think it was Astudillos who you were talking about. Yeah, but that's not who I'm going with. He is a Twins guy, but I'm thinking Miguel Sano could just put the hot dogs inside of him. True. He is a big boy.
He is pretty big.
It's muscle, but
he's just big. He could fill it.
Yeah, exactly. You got to feed that muscle. You know, if he went to the gym earlier that day or something, really pumped. I think he could toss
it off.
In
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Toss it inside of him.
That's true. Brad Hand goes Vladdy. You got Pablo Sandoval, Bartolo. Okay. Got 2 Sandovals, actually. All right.
I also think Keisha, because I know you're a Yankees fan, I believe. I do think some of your big boys, they're not as big width-wise, but Aaron Judge could muck some hot dogs. He could muck some hot dogs.
Yeah, he could.
So,
yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Yeah. I'd pick Rowdy. So who are you going with?
I'm going with Miguel Sano.
Miguel Sano?
Yeah, Miguel
Okay.
Sano could eat some fucking hot.
Okay.
dogs, yeah.
All right. We got a couple questions here, too. We got Sean Pratt going, Biggio or Espinal full-time at third, and why? I'm going to go Espinal right now because we haven't seen anything from Biggio. Way better defensively. Like almost like too good defensively.
Yeah.
It's like, and the bat is really good too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't have much pop, but the singles, if he can just get on base, who cares? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go
Everyone
Espinal.
needs a guy to get on base, and everyone needs to lock it down defensively at the hot corner. You know, like one of the hardest positions to be good at. So, yeah, totally. I'll go Espinal for now as well. The only reason that you pick Biggio is for just, like, hopeful upside at this point.
Yeah, and Biggio's not a third baseman. We found out this year. He's a second baseman.
He's
second baseman.
Keisha, I like this question. Do you think the Yankees will stay good or go down terribly? I think that the Yankees will stay good.
Yep.
Because I don't think that it's in their blood to not be good. If they have, like, could I see them having a bad year 1 year? 100%. That could totally happen. But I think the next year, then they would have figured it out somehow.
Yeah, I think the rest of this year they're making the playoffs.
Right.
Their pitching has been really good lately, and their bats have been much better. So
I read that question wrong. I was thinking like years in advance or something. But
I think they're going to be good for like I don't know what their contracts are, but like 4 years. I think John Boy said their window's like 3 to 4 years.
I also just think though that like I don't ever see the Yankees being as bad as like the Baltimore Orioles
no,
this
because
year.
they'll just buy them.
That's the thing. Like if they are like, first off, I don't think they'll ever be that bad. And second off, like maybe they'll have like a year or two where they're below 500, but like that's it. Like a year or two. And then it's like the window's completely opened up again, and everything's happy.
Like take a look at what they did this year. They were below 500 for a short, brief moment, and they went out and bought.
They got everything. They got everything. You know. And
so,
Aaron Boone was probably like, "My life is on the line right now."
Yeah. He's also not that good of a manager either.
Apparently not.
There's some words on him.
So yeah.
Sir Rudels goes, question: will the Dodgers ever suck?
Same thing as the Yankees. Same thing as the Yankees.
Big market team. Big market team.
They just have so much goddamn money, so much media coverage, so much fans that maybe they're bad for a season or two, but it's a season or two. It's a season or two.
And their development team, like their scouts, their development, everything is so good. Like they have one of the best in baseball.
They can afford it.
So it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. They can trade away their top 2 prospects, and I can see in like 2 to 3 years, it's refresh. We're back to where we were, but we're refreshed after winning a couple more World Series. You know what I mean? Like that's how good it is. Obviously, I don't think they're going to win 2 World Series in the next 2 years or 3 years.
No.
They could win one. Yeah, could win one.
Definitely could happen. Who knows? Imagine Dragon says, "Do you think that Semien resigns? Love your channel. Thanks for the great content." Thank you for saying that. I think that he's going to get offered something. I think that he's going to get offered something better from a different team. So then it comes down to whether or not he's cool with taking a little bit of a pay cut to stay in a team that hopefully he likes.
Yeah.
But he's definitely going to get an offer.
Yeah.
He will get something.
If I were to put money on it, I don't think he will get signed back. This whole podcast we've been talking about bullpen. It's pretty obvious.
He's not the priority right now. We'll put it that way.
No,
he's not the priority. Let's get like 1 or 2 more real quick. Keisha, question: would the Yankees re-sign Aaron Judge after 2022? I mean, he's got over 900 OPS right now. So
I think they will.
Yeah,
I think they will.
I don't see like why wouldn't you? You know, it's like if the injuries, if next year, because he's under contract next year, I believe too. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's like if next year he's fully healthy again, then 100,000%. The only question mark was the health, and as long as that's cool, totally right.
Yeah, I agree. Last one, and I'm going to answer this with a recommendation. Do you think Montoya needs to be fired? Well, I recommend that you follow us, subscribe to our channel, and we're going to be making a podcast about that very, very soon, probably in the off-season, because that is something that we've been waiting to talk about, and we know everyone will be excited to see that.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of like big thoughts and concerns surrounding that whole situation. So.
Yeah, and I really got to break it down too. Like, I can't just say outright that he's gonna get fired.
We need to have like a manager war. Where's the manager war?
We need to see what the stats are on managers. Like, does his decision affect someone else? I don't know.
And how many games has he won for us, and how many games has he lost for us?
How do you even quantify that?
That's the problem. Because we always look at the games like he might have lost for us, but how many games has he won for us based on his lineup decisions or the stuff that we don't see behind the scenes? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
But I don't want to get too much into it because I have a strong opinion that I'm not even gonna get into. You guys gotta wait for that video because that's gonna be one of my favorites.
Okay.
But guys, thank you so much for tuning into our Wine Unwind. Obviously, some spirits are down, but let's focus on the boys and their development and not worry about this pressure of postseason. Let's forget about it.
Yeah. You could potentially have a minute monologue coming out later, guys, and I really hope that it's not one like the last two that we've had.
It was horrible.
Because those have just been rough to record.
Rough.
Stay tuned for that and more content coming out tomorrow, my friends. And obviously, we'll be live again on Sunday. We hope to see all of you guys there watching along with us doing our live play-by-play and whatever. But thank you so much for watching. And
go Jays, go!
Yeah.